Festive felicitations, fellow Fanatics. Welcome back, everyone. I'm AtF Fanatic, and continuing our month of festive freebies, we're going to be taking a look at Chex Quest HD, a family-friendly first-person shooter by Flight School Studios. Without any further ado, let's dive in. First released in 1996, the original Chex Quest was included in boxes of Chex cereal on CD. The game itself was effectively a reskinned version of Ultimate Doom, but whereas Doom is known for being very family-unfriendly with gratuitous amounts of gory violence and demonic imagery, Chex Quest had the exact opposite goal. Take the same gameplay and make it into something that most parents would be comfortable with their children playing. And Chex Quest HD is basically the same game remade in a modern engine. You'll take on the role of one of six Chex Mix themed heroes, yes, I said what I said, and travel to a space station that's been invaded by slimy aliens known as Flemoids. Gameplay wise, it's about as basic a shooter as you can get. You move by using the ASDW keys, and you can aim with the mouse, clicking to fire. Your basic gun, or zorcher, is basically a pistol. Low rate of fire, low damage, and you'll find better weapons before long. If you run out of ammo, or if you just like getting close up and personal, you can switch to your spoon to attack foes.
Loxley! I'm gonna cut your heart out with a spoon!
Now, while you are shooting foes, to further emphasize the family-friendly nature of the game, you're not actually killing anyone, not even the Flemoids. Rather, the official story is that zorching sends them back to their home dimension. Being a very retro-style shooter, HP is refilled solely by finding items lying on the ground, as are new weapons and ammo. It's a pretty short game. There's 4 levels in all, and only a single boss at the end of it all. Enemy variety feels rather limited, and enemies feel very tame. Even enemies that can shoot back seem to rarely do such. I realize that this game is designed for kids, but I grew up in the era where games for kids included the likes of Mega Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which absolutely didn't pull any punches. And even comparing it to something like Kirby, which was designed as an easy game for beginners, enemies still feel very non-threatening. Presentation-wise, the game has an expectedly cartoony look. The models look like something that would have been very at home in the Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube era, which you probably have some nostalgia for if you played the original version of Chex Quest. New to this version are hidden terminals which give a bit of flavor of the game, adding to the story as logs from the scientists on board the station. Also, you now have a partially animated intro sequence, voice acting for all 6 playable characters with banter unique to each of them, and a unique victory sequence for each of them. And on one final note about improvements to this version, after unlocking a level, you can skip straight to it without having to beat the previous levels again, allowing you to jump straight to your favorite level if you so wish. And perhaps the biggest change is that it now includes both cooperative and competitive multiplayer options. All in all, Chex Quest is honestly not my sort of game. You may have noticed that I've never actually reviewed any pure shooters on my channel before this, and that's because, quite frankly, I find the genre to be quite boring. The few shooters I do like are hybrids of other genres, such as Deus Ex or Jedi Knight. And if you're watching this review to find something for your kids to play, do not let them play Deus Ex. Regardless, while I do have some nostalgia for Chex Quest, it just doesn't hold much interest for me these days. Back then, the thought of having a video game free inside of a cereal box, even one that only lasts about an hour and a half, was quite exciting in and of itself. But nowadays, I have literally hundreds of video games to choose from, and this one just isn't my cup of tea. If you are a fan of traditional FPS games, this is a good way to spend a couple of hours. And if you're a fan of classic Doom in particular, it'll be right up your alley. As for myself, I probably won't be revisiting it again anytime soon. And as a point of personal preference, I find it to be worthy of a mediocre 6.2 out of 10. Chex Quest HD is currently available for free download for PC via Steam. If you're interested in playing or learning more, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of Chex Quest? What toys do you remember finding in cereal boxes? If you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, leave them in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. If you really enjoy my work, please consider funding my channel on Patreon. Until next time, farewell, fellow Fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.